He definitely wants this cannon, right? And that's why I feel like Akali is dumb. Hey everybody, welcome to the next commentary. Today we are playing some Akali mid lane versus a Anivia. I normally do Akali videos while complaining about how I find this champion extremely broken and not fair. We did start off with W though because the Twitch and the Lulu is doing level 1 stuff, and I was sitting mid and I got collapsed on, so thankfully I didn't have to burn anything, but I don't really have a good level 1 ability any longer because of that. That's okay, though. Kali's an energy champion. She is a champion that, basically has a super low cooldown Q. Whenever you use an ability on an opponent champion and you hit it, it will apply a passive, and your passive will allow you to be able to do this like special auto attack, kind of like a Lich Bane hit, except for it's more attack speed and movement speed. And then besides that, you have 2 dashes with your E. You have a W, which is Shroud, which gives you more energy for a little bit. This guy has not landed a single Q hit onto us so far, but how it works for the early game is that when you use your Q, you just throw these shurikens in front of you, or actually they're not shurikens, but kunai. And it's AoE. It costs a ton of energy, but every single time you land it, you usually back away afterwards. That's going to finally hit me. Because that's how you get your passive very quickly, and you get bonus movement speed when your passive is up. We do have no Doran Shield, but it's not like too big of a deal to not have Doran Shield on Akali, because I just have more AP with the type of build that I have. I mean, I'll hit her with this, but I'm definitely not going to be taking it. I mean, we are even farm with her. I do have 2 potions still. She'll just continue hitting me with some abilities. I'll pop my 1 potion now because I am starting to get kind of low. So, the gist of your champion is that you want to usually not do too much until your energy is kind of back up high. Otherwise, you have to use your Shroud to harass only, because your Shroud does increase your energy, and that helps out a ton with being able to like mash your Q, because a lot of times the way that you can just play it is that you just walk up and you just start pressing Q on the opponent, especially early game. It's not really too complicated of a champion. Sometimes you can look for like an E hit, because your E is that shuriken that you throw and you do a little backflip going backwards, and if it lands, you can retake it to go onto the enemy. In our case, though, I feel like my overall goal is probably just resetting in a good position because my wave state is like not good. But thankfully for us, we can probably just ignore her here and just like hit the wave a bunch. Even if she hits me with everything, it's not gonna kill me. She's gonna do... Wow, that does kill. 80 damage is all she needed? Well, I guess that was my mistake. I thought that she would never have enough damage, so... Oh well, that's not really that big of a deal. They have not the tankiest champions. I'm just gonna TP back mid, because there's no reason not to. I did get to out-farm her by a little bit. We're up 6 right now. And Akali will become so much easier once you just have more points in Q. And the reason why is because... your Q energy cost goes lower each time you level it up, and it gets quite low where you can spam it more frequently. And then, if you can, of course, doing the auto attack weaving in between each Q is like kind of important, because usually when you do that, it can just increase your damage output. But I would still say during the early game that depending on the champion that you're facing, you have to like figure out an angle to do that type of trade, and usually if they're like near their turret like this, it's not really too feasible, I would say. So all you can do is just like look for these Q hits over and over again. She has her ultimate. She electrocute procced with the wall. Ouch. Just make her back away at least. I know that I can't kill her. Not in the current position that I'm in. Because I could have, like, tried to RE, but she was too far away. With Akali, your ultimate is that you will press it on top of somebody's head, and you will just immediately jump on top of them, but you have a second cast of it. The first cast does do a little bit of damage, but not too much. And, it has an execute for the next cast, so you need to get them low to really be able to, like, fight them. Because otherwise, you just don't deal enough damage, usually. She does have tier now. She also is going, like, Rod of Ages, I believe. I did get the cannon, didn't miss it. I will eventually be able to trade versus this guy in a good way. Right now, I feel like I just have to play patient and wait. Because I want to be around level 7, just like her, since I already, like, ruined a fight. They might be sitting in this brush. Okay, or not. Okay, I got 1 kill because the person was trying to do something and failed. And suddenly the game is looking a little bit good for us after all of that just happened. Okay, well, my bot lane, I guess, was fighting the enemy, and the enemy escaped, but in the end, Silas went back into river to, like, do something, and I got to catch him. We don't have our full item just yet. This is a burst-heavy build. The other build path is usually going Hextech Proto Belt, or Rocket Belt, whatever it's called. I don't know why they name changed that. And yeah, we are looking pretty dang good now. All we do at this point is that my ultimate is technically how you kill people. You, of course, can always kill usually without your ultimate too, but I would say it's, like, way more rare. So I'd recommend just thinking of it that way. Where it's just like, okay, harass is this, and then, like... As you can see, I'm just queuing her. I can't even get range to auto-attack because her ultimate slow is just, like, too good of an ability to, like, keep me locked down. But she is spamming it very frequently and making herself run out of mana, which is good. And then I will just be, like, waiting. Silas can take Akali ultimate, and he's pretty dang good with it, so we have to be careful about that. And the unfair part of my champion is that... I can't kill her there. I don't think so, at least. The unfair part is when my ultimate is up. Until my ultimate is up, I don't feel like he's too... She is, like, that crazy of a champ. Because you need to be able to, like, press RE on people. I'm just gonna not, like, continue going in, I think. He has a Akali ultimate now. The Nivea is coming back, and she's gonna be way healthier, of course, so... Why are they mid? Is it because that they just want to lane swap for some reason? So, the combo that I find to be... Not I find, but the Akali combo that people usually do to kill people is R plus E, and you do R at max distance because you can use your E while your R is mid-cast. And that will effectively usually throw your shuriken in such a way that you can just, like, jump on them immediately. I'm not going to be doing it, though, to a Twitch, because Twitch has Lulu, who's level 6, and Lulu can just immediately knock me up and then polymorph me, and I don't want to deal with that. This guy should be able to be killed. Yeah, I feel like you just need to clear the way, brother. I can't really, like, go. But now I can. I just want the plate, sorry. Okay, I'll just leave after that. So, yeah, I was just kind of waiting for my teammate to push in the wave because I don't feel confident enough, even though there is a mechanic that you can do to go underneath turret, which is you can sometimes do... Do I get the cannon? Nice. You can sometimes do Shroud into your Shuriken, because when you put down your Shroud, if you Shuriken, it actually stays within this Shroud, and you can reactivate it. So if I put down Shroud over here, and then went backwards towards him, and then try to kill him underneath turret with everything, and then use my E back out into the Shroud, that is a, like, mechanic that you can use to catch people. But we're kind of, like, super powerful now. The whole entire thing that I'm going to be doing for the rest of the game, basically, is just... every single time I have R versus a squishy character, I just press R on top of them and just try to all in. Usually you get fed enough that you could beat them pretty easily as long as you just land your E. Like, that's the most important part. So we will just be waiting for my ultimate. She does have Egg, though, and Egg can be a concern because Egg means that I have to kill her basically twice. Ultimate's almost back up. I see bot lane's about to fight. They are very, very low down there. I know that person doesn't really... she's probably not going to do anything. She'll just take her full base. Sure, I'm okay with that. The game state is, like, really good. Obviously, my whole entire team's kind of performing well, which is just going to make my game even easier, because the only thing that I feel usually threatened by is that if everybody is losing on my team, Akali sometimes feels like she's very single target damage, because even though you do have AoE, it's not too crazy AoE. And it can just be kind of annoying starting to, especially, like, kill Lulu as well. So we just do a little bit of poke damage. As you can see, I landed a good combo onto her. I used my Shroud as I was going in to stealth myself, because she was also trying to hit me with, Damn, I'm surprised that my teammate can't actually survive that, but my bad, I guess. Cool. Yeah, sorry I didn't use my ultimate in the beginning, but I don't want to use my ultimate onto a Silas that literally is just running straight in and just trying to fight two of us at once, and I still land on my E, and my E damage is insane. So, inside of that fight, I did have to use my ultimate once I realized that there was other people coming in and we had to, like, fight them as well, but we got a bunch of good kills again and became even more fed once again. Lich Bane can be kind of good for, like, dueling potential. I kind of usually go... you know, let's go Zhonya's. Zhonya's allows you to kind of play, like, really stupidly, and sometimes playing stupid could be entertaining. Where I can just go very, very aggressive with going underneath turret and stuff, and hopefully, like, having an out using a certain ability. Our E damage is also super high AP ratio, so if you land both parts of it, it does deal a lot. In fact, I mean, you have to land both parts for it to ever deal damage. If you miss the first part, you can't deal the second. I do have my ultimate coming up pretty soon. There's a ward there, so I guess that they would probably just see me. Okay, good. I did press R, but I'm kind of glad that the R didn't go off, because if Lulu does flash that big wall like that and I don't have my E or anything, I don't think that I would have been able to chase. But yeah, if I ever land just a good E onto even a squishy target, just pressing E auto attack Q is going to deal so freaking much. And because your Shroud gives you so much energy, you can kind of Q spam a lot at this point, which just doesn't really feel difficult to do, nor does it feel very fair for how much damage it does, because a lot of times versus auto attackers, when you do it, they can't even do anything back because you're shrouded for such a long time. I'll ulti her this time because I just don't know if she'll otherwise be able to do anything. Okay, I got them, and I still have Zanya's. So, just because I'm fed, I'm going to do very aggressive things. I was able to just ulti towards the Nivea, which does, like, no damage, by the way. It was very weak. Oh my goodness, I just got saved by the shield of... What did I get a shield from? I don't even know. I'm gonna be able to base fully here, nice. Anyways, what I was trying to say is that I used my ultimate forward on Anivia when she was like full HP, right? That does like very little damage. The AP ratio on somebody that's like full HP when you hit them on the second cast is 30%. It does 200 damage. So I only got near her with my ability and just still was able to just land like 1Q auto attack into E and then auto attack Q and that kills. So I kind of killed her with using my ultimate as a gap closer, which is kind of insane. And just kind of showcasing more about how you can just... I feel like Akali's biggest spike for me is, like, of course, level 6 gives you crazy kill threat because your ultimate is just so effective as a initiation tool of a 1v1, since you just use it towards them, and usually a fight's going to break out, and it's difficult for them to run away because you also have other abilities to usually dash either forwards or throw something at them that you can, like, retake and stuff, right? But also, level 9 is really good, because level 9 is when you have, we'll just leave. I did get her egg and her flash. That's a, like, ridiculous amount of stuff, and it's probably not worth trying to kill her underneath her own turret with me not knowing where anybody is. So now she has no egg for, like, 5 minutes or 6 minutes. It's a pretty long cooldown, and no flash. It's fine with me. My ultimate CD, of course, is not even that long. We do have Electrocute, which means that we have the red tree. In the red tree, we can take Ultimate Hunter, so I have a bunch of Ultimate Haste to make it so it's just 1 minute. Every single time it's up, I kind of want to just utilize it to hopefully burn some type of important ability, otherwise be able to kill them. And we just play for definitely just going for the objectives. I mean... Yeah, I know. I just wanted to hit the thing first because Twitch was maybe going to be in the area and I was nervous about it. I don't have my Shroud for this fight, but I do have my Zanya's. Chasing this guy is going to be annoying, huh? I think he's dead, though. Nice. Too bad we couldn't find Twitch as well. So yeah, I just used R plus E again mechanic, since, once again, you can use your E mid-cast of your ultimate. And, you can even do it, like, sideways. So, like, if you R from my mouse to where this is, you'll dash straight towards them, right? But you can still E, like, sideways. So that, I feel like I did something like that, where I went towards one of them, but I hit Renekton instead. Dude, I hate that all these minions are living with 1 HP. It's so frustrating. Other items that we can totally go are, I think that Lindries isn't bad if you're versus a super HP tanky team comp, but usually you want just, like, super high AP. So, probably a Death Cap or a, Shadow Flame sounds pretty good. My team wants me to not fight this guy. He does have 2 fully complete items, and he is a bruiser, and this type of build usually isn't as good against bruisers because you're not bruisery. So it takes a while to kill them, but for now I'll just base. We have a full needless buy. And I am ready. Inside of team fights, if we're going to fight over an objective, we usually want to look for a flank position because we're not a champion that usually is good to just brute force by running at them. You can, and sometimes it's not difficult to, but I think that the best way to play it is usually having, like, a position behind them. Also, this is, like, such an overextension by my team, dude. I don't even know why they're, like, trying to fight so close to their turret. It doesn't really make much sense. Like, the dragon's not even up. It is... It's confusing as hell. Why? Alright, guys. Nice try, Kindred and Cassante, on doing that play. Close, I guess. I don't really know what the point of it was, but it failed, sadly. Yeah, don't worry, I'm not gonna fight them. Not interested. Especially with me not knowing where, like, anybody is. Huh. So, unfortunately for him, I got off probably one of the best possible, like, rotations of abilities there. Because I used my E and it hit him while he still took my ultimate, but I was able to also R and get off passive auto attack, but without using my E. Because when your E lands, it is gonna make it so you can go on top of them for a little bit. It's not like, you don't have to use it immediately. And because I don't have to use it immediately, I just waited until I felt like it was gonna expire, because if I do it at the very last second and he tries to run away, you follow them no matter where they go. So because he tried to ulti away, my E followed him all the way over, and I still had my R2, and I just was able to, like, kill him without even needing my ultimate execute. I mean, that's kind of what I'm talking about with, like, one of the things that's frustrating for Akali facing her and stuff is that it just feels like when you play versus her, she doesn't even need to play perfectly to kill you easily because her kit is just so freaking ridiculous. Okay, I'll TP to this. I can't believe this Renekton's actually still going. Screw it. I wanted to also kill Lulu with my ultimate, but now obviously I see that I can't probably do that. That's okay though. I have my decap now. I'm just gonna take this. And we'll just base. I have 12 kills. You can kill people that are squishy with just pressing E. And then when you E them again, it will automatically proc your Assassin's Mark. Because when you land your E onto an enemy champion, it triggers your passive, but you usually will go backwards. Thus, you're out of range of the Assassin's Mark, so make it so as soon as you jump in, you'll have a prepped auto. Then you just do auto attack Q, and the total damage is already over 2,000 from doing that, and electrocute proc and all that, and then suddenly they just die. And that's without even using my R. And of course, I can use Qs way more frequently, so that's why I hate this champion, because her kit is just so dumb. She is extremely mobile. She has a mechanic that is one of the strongest in the entire game for, like, defensive tool that isn't actually true defensive, but in a different way, which is stealth. Stealth is ridiculous. It's not camouflage, where people can be inside of it to see you. I don't know if they saw me there. I don't think that they did. Yeah, Twitch might show up. I mean, this isn't really the fight that I want to take just yet. I'm not confident in this. I guess we'll go this way for now. The Twitch is, like, looking to ulti, but I'm just waiting for them to, like, get caught. Oh, dang, I missed. Get the penta. Boom. Bop. Wait, what? No! I'll kill her for you. Maybe. I'm sorry that you were not able to get that. I got a little bit chunked. One of the threats, of course, for your champion is that if I don't immediately initiate and stuff, your rotation of abilities, especially with Shroud and E, usually means you can only do it, like, once a team fight, and as soon as Silas was, like, hitting me, I didn't want to use anything, because if I did on him, then I felt like I wouldn't have it for the fight. I did use it anyways, because I got kind of chunked, though. But yeah, that was game one of it. I did 27k damage. I dislike this champion a lot because she's broken. She's fun, and I have to admit, it's fun to play her, but it's not fun to play against her whatsoever. It just feels frustrating and broken to me. So anyways, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for game 2. Peace out. Have a great day. Bye. Hey everybody, welcome to game number 2 of the Akali. We are versus Arise this time. They have a team comp that has some tankier guys, but also a lot of squishy people as well. Rengar is a champion that sometimes can be kind of annoying to face because his champion is not really that fair when he's able to specifically... What? You just took a tower shot just to hit me there? Seriously? Okay, so he'll just die. This poor Rise probably just dead too. And I got a double kill from it. So that's an interesting start to the game. I guess Rengar was trying to cheese on the way back, but for some reason just overextended instead of just taking the free win on, like, chunking me. And that's going to be a pretty interesting start to the game for me. I don't really know what the best build path will be versus Rise. You know, I'll stay. Because he is such a tanky character that I feel as though there's a potential that going Storm Surge is actually bad, and you should just go, like, somewhat tankier yourself, which is just like Hextech Rocket Belt. Could be wrong, though, and maybe going full burst would be better. Looking up online at it, it shows that Storm Surge honestly is still pretty good, so I guess I'll just go for that. Seems that for build path, it doesn't really matter too much. The only thing that matters is getting Merc Treads, so that's what I'm going to test out. Merc Tread Akali is fine. You usually deal plenty of damage even if you don't. I'm just going to Q him, back away, and even if it misses, that's okay. We just want to look for the Q trades whenever I have Shroud available, basically. A little bit underleveled, but, I mean, that's because I had to leave her second. Next time Shroud is available, we can look again, but remember this is extreme early game where your Q energy cost is so freaking expensive that usually if you try to trade versus people, it's not going to work that well. It's just going to be, like, okay trades. Wow, I actually made him lose cannon. Huh. I didn't think that he would, like, back off so far from being so scared that he would give up something like a cannon, because cannon's worth a lot. My trading pattern isn't that crazy, plus he had bone plating too. Cool. I'm fine with, honestly, just, like, letting him do that, and then I just, like, freeze this. We'll just stop his base, put down a ward inside the middle of the lane to watch his position. This will slow push back towards me, so if he does take a full base here, he'll just have to TP back. And even if he does TP back, it will take him too long to get back before he will miss some of these minions regardless, so he is being denied some stuff here, which is always good. There's no camp spot side, so I don't exactly know what he's doing unless he's trying to cheese MF. I'm just going to hit him twice. I used my E to backwards, but then I used it as a escape tool so I could hit him without him hitting me back, really. And even though the trades are, like, not really looking too crazy, it's because, I mean, it is kind of still mainly just me doing some Q hits, and I don't even have that many points in it just yet, which is kind of substantial for how much damage I can be dealing. We'll just do a wave shove here, because I don't like this position that I'm in for the wave. He can try to freeze it if he wants. It's not really going to be that good of a freeze in the first place. I'm almost level 6 as well. I'm kind of down to look for a roam. I was hoping he would turn around and try to fight me there, but he did not. That's okay. Okay, Electrocute proc onto him. I have my ultimate available. If I knew Akali damage like the back of my hand, because I played her frequently, I would maybe be able to kill him underneath turret from this HP, because it looks like it's maybe possible. As long as I land the first hit, which is the R plus E combo. He definitely wants this cannon, right? And that's why I feel like Akali is dumb, because I just got his flash and killed him underneath his own turret, and he was level 6. So because he was level 6, he leveled up, and that gives you just more HP, so he was tankier than he usually would be, because I wanted to do the dive before he reached 6 as well. And I don't even have a crazy item. All I have is Aether Wisp. So, for a champion to be able to go underneath turret without minions and do a dive like that, I just cannot comprehend. It's so crazy to me that Akali can do it so easily, even if I, like, don't even feel like I'm playing it flawlessly, too. I'm just, like, doing it somewhat slow. But the important thing is just, like, doing it at all and, like, realizing what you can get away with. Because if you can limit test on this champion and, like, learn the limits of it, then you can do so much. The worst thing would be if I, like, just... Even if you trade 1 for 1, it's okay. But if you just die for nothing, that's probably pretty bad. We'll just do a short trade. I mean, I got his bone plating there. That's fine with me. Galio is struggling top, but I mean, I feel like that's how the matchup probably goes up there with Aatrox versus Galio, since Galio is mostly a magic resist champion. Rengar does reveal me through my stealth, so if I ever get ganked and I use my stealth to, like, dodge stuff, it doesn't actually work. His Bola also does the same thing. So when he hits you with Bola, it reveals you if you're inside of your Shroud. It's kind of one of the things that I don't like facing Rengar as Akali because of that is... I have Storm Surge. I can just go buy it if I really want to, I guess. Because I don't have my R, and I feel like I probably can't pressure this guy too easily without it. My team also wants to do the grubs. And preferably, if we want to do that, I can get a big buy-off beforehand. So now that I have a full purchase, that gives me 15 Magic Pen. That will help out a lot if a fight breaks out, even if I don't have my R. Ball lane's also doing really good. I'll just help out a little bit. I got nothing better to do. I already shoved in my mid-wave and everything. Master Yi's trying to do an invade. I'm just going to poke him a little bit there. My Storm Surge triggered, so I got a little bit of damage onto him as well with that. I just went it for a regular auto attack instead of trying to get my passive off because I just wanted to slow him with the red buff and get Electrocute proc since I just had another Q available too. And now that I chunked him just a little bit from one single trade, he's killable with my R as long as I land it again. The only thing that I have to do is just land it. And it's free. Ooh. Okay. Well, I mean, Ryze does have an ultimate that allows him to traverse the map pretty easily, so... See you later, guys. GG. No, it's GG from that? That's crazy. I might have briefed this because I gave Aatrox a bounty, but Sona was right next to me and I kind of wanted to kill her because if she's showing herself, that's not allowed. What should I go? Should I still go Merc Treads? I honestly feel like I could maybe get away with not having Merc Treads. I'm okay with that. This Ashe is going Axiom Arcane, or not Arcanus, but Axiom Arc W spam ultimate based Ashe, which is not very good, especially if you fall behind. Which is good, because that just means that even if this scheme does start taking a turn for the worse, she's probably not going to be very useful. It's not going to be that easy for her to really make that big of an impact besides just pressing R on people, and even then it's just not that much of an impact either. Aw. Couldn't get him. The snare was too much for me to handle. That's alright, though. Oh my goodness, dude. I got freaking ultied by Sona, too? Jeez. Okay, I will leave. My apologies for, trying to harass your Ryze a little bit. I might just go Zhonya's again, because I just don't want to not have Zhonya's against... Dude, why is this Galio always coming mid? He has magic resist, and he's putting me against Aatrox. There is no top wave to really get just yet, too. Alright, Mr. Galio. I'm being forced to go over here, so I guess I will. Massey is still able to pop off bot site kind of hard, which is good. Killing an Aatrox is really, really challenging. Especially with how fed he is. His QCD is really short, so I don't really trust myself to go in and kill him, especially because he has so much lifesteal in his kit. Because he just auto-attacks one time, or even just, not even auto-attack, but just like... Aatrox kind of heals for a ridiculous amount. I wonder if I can even kill him here. Nice. I was able to actually outplay him, just kidding. As soon as he used Q3 plus also his E, that's his dash move, and not only his dash move, but I know that he won't have his Q for a little bit, so I decided to just try to all in. I did the R plus E combo, so I landed that. I was able to land the shuriken, and then just when I ultied forward, he flashed away, and that's the only reason why it missed. Otherwise, my ultimate probably would have killed him. And we were able to successfully kill him in a 1v1, which is nice. Especially because the champion that he has, or like the amount of gold that he had, was very similar to mine. We both had one item plus boots. Because MF was mid, then I'm just going bot, because they already took a mid lane. Or bot lane turret, so mid lane is their new position that they can be in. Until I have my R available, I probably can't really do too many crazy fights. I'll probably not be able to win. Ouch, that kind of hurt. It's fine, though. Okay, I am behind this Ashe. Not that I really want to burn anything besides just, like, regular abilities onto her, though. because I'm not gonna waste my ultimate on such a weak person. I want to save it for a better fight. This is like whatever, dude. I'm not really a fan of this. Like, even if I can go underneath turret to kill them, what's the point? I waited until somebody else went in first, so then I'm not the one tanking initially, and also just for them to be a little bit lower so it's easier to combo and stuff. He's probably over here. I'm trying to, like, scout the area to make sure that Rengar can't do anything. But nice, another successful fight. I was able to just use RE once again, the most basic Akali combo, and then because I'm able to go back into the fight after using my R, I can use my R2 as a finishing move to hit 2 of them, so I hit Ryze and Sona at the same time, so I could execute her plus also deal good damage. I won't get it by that. Wait, that hit Yi? No, it didn't. I did say I was going to go Zanya's, but honestly, it doesn't really feel like they have that many threats again. So I think that I just can go pure damage instead. Yeah, your 80 carry is quite far behind, I agree. Got one. Oh, I actually missed. Dang, twice. That's okay, though. That person dies. We just need to leave now. I can't help with anything here because I used my full combo and my cooldowns are down for a while. One of the downsides, right? We have really, really, really high cooldowns on your W and your E. So usually you have, like, one rotation that you can do of, like, all of your abilities, and then you have to wait forever. Oh, I actually killed him with that E, huh? That's why you can't really make a mistake with Akali. Like, if you do your RE combo and you miss your E, it's so bad because you can't get back into the fight. I mean, I'm kind of low. I feel like I'm going to get myself killed here, no? Yeah, I literally got myself killed because they didn't really, like, stack with me. But, oh well, I kind of knew that that was going to happen as soon as it started. The Rel wanted to duo play or something, or maybe she was nervous. I could have not stopped my base. That's okay. I'm the one who, like, stopped my base myself. So it's my fault. The next item will be probably Zanya's now, so I can just go super... Oh, never mind, they just FF'd. So yeah, that was game 2 of it. Another successful Akali game. These are the only first 2 games that I played today. Sometimes it takes me time to get a good video of it, but with Akali, it usually goes pretty well pretty quickly. I don't really need to try too many times to get a good showcase of her because it's not really that complicated nor challenging to just pop off on her. So anyways, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Stay tuned for Arena. Peace out. Bye. Hey everybody, welcome to the Akali in Arena. We are starting off with some silver augments. I'm going to take Don't Chase, which is just singed poison, because if I just stay inside of my shroud for a bit, people are going to get kind of damaged a lot by it when they're chasing me, and I can just annoy them with that. Also, not only is it annoying, but it does quite a bit of damage. It starts adding up pretty well, as long as I just continue fighting them inside of it. We have an Echo on our side. I don't know if Akali Echo is necessarily that crazy of a combination together, but we shall see. I'm just going to make sure that I get this plant over here. You can just go for the bottom one. I can't really get there in time. She'll die to my last Q. This guy can't survive either. This did 444 damage from a single round. 474, I should say. Yeah, as long as you can just have people, like, consistently walking into it, it does quite a bit. Especially for a silver augment, because I mentioned that Ocean Dragon Soul seems like unbeatable, but usually you get, like, 400 to 800, depending on how long the round lasts, of Ocean Dragon Soul healing. I guess Cassio is best. What does Akali even want? Do we just go for, like, Gunblade and just think that Gunblade will be the best since we just have a bunch of Omnivamp from it, and also it has double scaling, and the Poison has double scaling too, where the AD and AP combined is going to be better? I guess we'll do Gunblade and just see if it works. Maybe the Omnivamp is actually crazy strong. So we'll just build this. Alright, cool. We are good to go. He has Nom de Pain, Executioner on Draven. He has first item Infinity Edge with nothing else. Okay, then. That seems a little bit crazy to me, but alright. Mastery definitely becomes a big issue later on if he gets the items or augments that allow him to reset his abilities whenever he hits people, because he can go into perma Q where he, like, never leaves his Q, which would be annoying. At least I have Shroud versus him, though. My W is very effective versus melee picks. We'll just continue just damaging him. I mean, I could just stand on top of him and we just win. There's literally no way these guys can kill either of us, probably. We are quite strong already, aren't we? Gambler's Blade. Dealing damage with an attacker ability has a chance to store gold. It's a pretty... I'm taking it. It doesn't give much valuable stats whatsoever, but honestly, with how the rounds are going and how I feel that we can probably abuse just, like, constant auto attack trades with my W and hopefully sustaining myself, that I can just generate a lot of money so I can buy other things. Gambler's Blade is terrible if you start losing, or if you just can't generate money from it, because it's a percentage chance to generate a random amount each time you attack or use an ability. So the goal is obviously, like, be able to do that. Oh my gosh, she does crazy amounts of damage. Ouch. We did get a very tiny payout, which is alright. I mean, 350 gold is okay. I do kind of wish that I'd be able to generate more money than that, though. Of course, I guess it's kind of luck-based. If I get lucky next round and, like, I get a couple good triggers of it, because the amount that it gives also is random, between 30 and 245... If it generates 200 gold just, like, 3 times, that's gonna be ridiculously good, right? Mundo, do you not have to rotate? Oh, see. Just gonna wait? I mean, there's no way that Mundo... I mean, Blitzcrank can never win this. Not right now, at least. Maybe in the future. Blitzcrank is going full crit. So, I can buy another item. I'm gonna buy a legendary item and just get Lichbane, and then save the rest of my money So I have a better opportunity to just get, like, another Prismatic later on, or just, like, buy more Anvils. For now, I'm wanting to save for Prismatic, though. You know what? No. Let's buy the Anvils now. I took the health very quickly. Let's get the Anvils. Let's make myself strong, so when I start fighting these guys, I have more opportunities to just continue having my gamblers pay out. No, I missed. I'm sorry. Oh, wait. Oh, I literally, if we win this round, it's crazy. If we win this round, I kind of played out of my mind. Oh my gosh. Yo, I cannot believe that I didn't die to the guy there. Holy crap, that was so lucky. Good thing we just bought those anvils. When you exit stealth, explode. I don't really feel like that has been very useful in the past, so I'm not the biggest fan of taking that. There's auto cast stuff. Your item and damage over time effects can crit. Oh, does this work for my poison? It does, right? If it doesn't work for my poison, then this is grief. Your item and damage over time effects? I don't know. If we get a good payout this round, we might be able to get enough to be able to buy a prismatic next round, because next round is gold. Holy crap. Nice kill, I guess. I'm not really generating any money, but oh well. Oh, I did generate a little bit, actually. I saw a trigger that went up to like 300 there. My vulnerability damage was not really the most, but that's okay. I don't even know what I would want with vulnerability. I guess like a Rune Carver would be nuts. I don't think I have enough, do I? Yeah, I'm off by a little bit. Bummer, dude. So I probably shouldn't buy anything. Or versus Tom Kench. You know what? Screw it. I'll just buy a Liandry's and just go for a Prismatic next round, because, I mean, at least Liandry's can crit. Actually, I take it back. We're not going to do that. We'll just hope that we can win. I believe in you, Echo. I believe in us. We got this, even though this is like first place. Holy crap, bro. That guy literally does not die. Yeah, this round is just over. There's literally no hope here. The Jhin kind of just stood there and just tanked everything and did not even get close to dying. WTF was Tom damage? Well, probably just regular Tom damage, bro. Looks like he just has regular stuff. Oh, my teammate never finished his innervating block at that round. I was hoping that we could maybe just one-shot the Jhin, but we're not really that strong, are we? For assassination potential right now. We're kind of weak. Vulnerability damage was quite high. Wow. Oh, Omnivamp. I think that Omnivamp is so sick. Huh. You know... I'm wondering if Gale Force is actually okay, because I have crit. I mean, its active has an AP ratio, and Akali has AD ratios, so... Does it matter? I was just trying to separate them from the plants, but it looked like they just all came over there, so... That was kind of awkward. Oh my gosh, I'd literally deal 0 damage to her. I think that Echo is also not going to be able to win this. He might be fast, but he honestly doesn't really deal that much damage. Oh, maybe he does damage to Jinx, though? No, he doesn't really deal much damage to Jinx. It feels like both of us don't really deal much damage. Yeah, our damage is so trash. What the heck? I guess then the crit item was just, like, not worth it? I'm not really sure. We'll try to make it work, obviously. I mean, maybe it was just a very difficult team comp to go against because they have Tank It or Leave It, which reduces the amount of damage that they take by a pretty big amount. My vulnerability did deal an okay amount, too. So did Don't Chase. Armor and Magic Pen. I guess I'll take that, just so I deal more. It's very strange having Gale Force and Gunblade, because I usually have both of them on my 1 key. This guy has a bunch of AD. She has vulnerability now. That is very good for Misfortune, because her ultimate is considered something that I believe can work off of vulnerability. The good news, though, is that I just one-shot her. If you don't know, Gale Force in Arena on melee characters goes over walls, so I can utilize it to, like, catch people. Ouch. I'm waiting to hit this blast cone to knock him away when he goes on it. I'm guessing it knocked him somewhere. So that round, vulnerability did about... Oh, 3,000 damage on my Don't Chase. Vulnerability did about 2,000. Yeah, that seemed a lot easier. I don't know. I'm just going to sell my item here and just buy another Prismatic. And just get Dragonheart, I believe, which just increases all of my stats. And it also gives me Dragon Souls. And because I got it a little bit later, I'm not going to, like, have complete trash stats from it, because I already have 4 Dragon Souls now, since it, gives you 1 every single 2 rounds beyond the, like, 5th or something. Not bad. Because it is increasing AD and AP, I mean, we're going to be tankier, but also it's making my Don't Chase better. Who is this? Morden Fiora? Huh. Oh my gosh, the Fiora damage is kind of bonkers, no? Oh, what? What was that? By me? No, I'm actually just dead. Aren't I? Yeah, I am. Bummer, dude. My E did not go to an area where I wanted to go, and that kind of ruined the fight a little bit. Oh, nice. I'm gonna wait for my ultimate. Oh, nice. Okay, Echo seems to be dealing a lot. More HP, huh? I think I want the more HP more than anything else. Becoming bigger is also not bad either. Oh, it's the Jin Tom Kench again. Just go for the plant, I guess. Okay, I was able to kill him, but he still has his teammate that's, like, invincible. Holy crap, bro. Okay! Gosh, it is so difficult to beat those guys, dude. But nice. We managed to get them. Huge. My slowing effects are more. I start combat with a black shield. Instantly sell all of your... No. Convert bonus AD into AP. Gain more AP. Is that even good? I don't even know. But sure, I'll take it. I mean... In this case, I don't know if the ratios of Akali having two types of ratios actually makes this worse, but oh well. It is what it is. We will find out. Oh, man. Yeah, it's just doomed here. Jinx's traps are extremely broken against Akali because it grounds you, meaning that it stops you in place. Which is obviously very, 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 very difficult to deal with. How much Jin magic resist does this guy even have? I mean, I have an okay amount. My damage over time effects, huh? I guess I'll get Pyromancers, but I only have one stack of it. I'll pot up as well. I need to sell this Gambler's Blade after this round if we win. We might just lose, though. Wait, you died? My teammate immediately died. No. Anyways, thanks for watching. I did 74k. I tried. Couldn't really do it well enough with this build, but it seems like my build did good damage. Maybe Echo needed more damage himself too. I'm not sure. But anyways, peace out. Have a great day. Bye.